Now to a story developing in Cleveland. Emotions ran high in the courtroom this afternoon as 3 men learned their sentences for the kidnapping, torture, and killing of a Bedford man and his 14-year-old daughter. Paul Bradley and Paris Bradley were both found dead in a burning car in an abandoned East Cleveland parking lot in 2018.
News 5's Catherine Ross was at the sentencing today. She tells us how many years the defendants will spend behind bars and why the victim's family says it is not enough.
Almost 3.5 years later, family members describe the pain.
I can remember feeling my heart break into a billion pieces.
In October of 2018, police say Paul Bradley and his 14-year-old daughter, Paris Bradley, were forced from their beds at their Bedford home during a robbery. They believe Paris was tortured and eventually shot 3 times in the head in front of her father.
Paris is the hardest part of all of this. She was a child. We mourn every milestone she will never have.
Investigators believe Paul Bradley was then bound and burned alive inside a car with his daughter's body. Bradley's rental car was found on fire in an abandoned lot in East Cleveland.
All we have are pictures, videos, and a tombstone at a grave.
Thursday, Paul and Paris's family members implore a judge to impose long sentences for Ronald Newberry, Cody Gibson, and DeMarcus Shealy.
How could you have so much hate and greed in your heart?
All 3 defendants have entered guilty pleas. Newberry, who the state paints as the mastermind behind the crime, receives a life sentence for aggravated murder and other charges. He'll have the possibility of parole after 60 years. A jury determined Gibson aided and abetted in the crime. He's the only defendant to comment during sentencing.
Like a tidal wave, my actions and choices have rippled Bradley's homes and my own.
Gibson will serve a life sentence with a possibility of parole after 50 years. Shealy pleaded guilty to amended involuntary manslaughter charges. Both attorney teams agreed he'll serve 15 years in prison. The sentence causing already high emotions to spill over. The victim's family says no measure of justice will bring back their loved ones. The attorneys for Newberry and Gibson say their clients plan to appeal their life sentences. In Cleveland, Catherine Ross, News 5.